Hello. Hey Velvet, hey Cece. Yeah, Velvet, after I started the stream, I noticed that it was set for 3 o'clock and not 2. And I'm looking at my options panel, and I see like every option except for where to change the start time. So, I guess you can't say I'm late for every stream now. Hey, funny name. Merry Christmas. It is the month of Christmas. Thanksgiving ended. Thus beginning our, 33 days of Christmas. A6s of Silver, how's it going? So, just give me a minute. I am trying to get all my files together. I forgot. I think initially I was gonna stream at 2, and then I forgot that I changed it to 3, so I was rushing. I was like, my stuff's not ready, and it's almost 2 o'clock. Foolish. You interrupted watching Hellraiser 2. I apologize. Interrupting the Christmas movies. So, the first thing I wanted to do today, I guess I'll show this, for more people showing up soon, but, this is, the stuff from last time. These were the, zooplankton and phytoplankton. I ended up putting the phytoplankton in individual little boxes, and then these guys are all photographed together. I kind of like that bit of a mismatch. The documentarians were working with, the images they had to pull, you know? I don't know. So that's what it turned out looking like. And then this is kind of the panel before that's explaining where north winds or trade winds come in from the north, and they hit the coast, and that pushes the surface water out, the warm water out to sea, which drags up cold water from the deep. Then these are the nutrients that cause the plankton to go nuts, and then the animals come to eat the plankton. So I did this all the next day. But I like that. This is kind of getting the infographic vibe. Yeah, I like how they turned out. It's like the right level of silly versus realism that that I go for. I'm obviously modeling it very closely off the real thing, but still, I'm drawing it to have fun. So that was last time. And this time I need to draw. So there are two things. This is like a frame where. Hang on. Let me even make this. There will be some seagulls. Maybe I think even just 3 would be enough. But I want to get this done today just because it's one of those things on the to-do list. Everything just takes a lot of time. So I want to get that out of the way. And if we can get this done, I might do another mouse house thing, because people enjoyed that last time, and it was fun to draw, but it's I have to get my homework done first. I also have another gag, but I'll wait to I'll wait maybe later for that. Hey, enjoy tomorrow. You're not really late because I think I set the stream for 3, and I'm not sure how to change it at this point now that the time is set. Actually, hang on. Let me go into my YouTube studio real quick. I might be able to adjust it from there. This might slow everything down. I think people, when it like hits your stream time that you have set, it gives people like alerts if they have those set up. So I might wait. Well, kind of dumb for me to start the stream early is what I'm saying. Let me see, content, live. Okay, here we go. Options, edit title and description. No. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna have to live with this. Who cares? It doesn't matter. Yeah, 8 minutes late. I feel like even most jobs you can slide with 8 minutes late. I don't think anyone will hold it against you turning up to a stream late. Except for me. If I was 8 minutes late, that might be a bit much. I think I have been 8 minutes late before. The mice are rapidly becoming deep South Scrimshaw community lore. Yeah, that's that's why I figured I'd do another. You turned on your lights and your cat looked at you like you killed her mother. Cats are very particular. Okay, so I got some gulls. I kind of like this goofy looking dude. I'll draw him first. I put on the Mass Effect background music. Might be a little dramatic, but we'll see. Yeah, today, first thing I'm doing is some gulls that have to get done for the visual novel. And then after that, I'd like to do another mouse thing. And then if more people show up later, I have a funny gag we might want to do. But I'll wait. I don't know if we're doing it today. I'm trying to think of more like interactive stream stuff. Just get my bearings. The way I've been doing these animals lately is like trying to do like a gesture, like blocking the animal kind of as expressively as I can. Just throw me off, I can't see what I'm doing. There we go. And then I'll do the line work on top of this. kind of, pardon me, similar to how I was doing the mural, where I would like do big geometric shapes and then sort of fill in like detail and contour out of that. But how'd everyone's Thanksgiving go? Mine was pretty alright. It was like a small get-together, which is nice sometimes, instead of gigantic family things. Ooh, your cat had to donate blood for another family cat on Friday. Jeez, I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad it worked out. It's like I always feel that like cats are very fragile creatures. You know, once you have to start taking them to the vet, it gets like scary pretty quickly. But glad to hear it worked out. Yeah, he's a hero. Distinguished Service Cross for the cat. This stuff like drawing seagulls is it just feels like one of those things that was like missing from part one, like having some gulls. I think I have seagull sound effects. Or I guess there was that one bird eating like a crayfish. He was kind of seagull looking. But I need more gulls. Hey, Lucy. No problem. Everyone's gonna be late because I set the time wrong. Everyone thought it was gonna be 3. And then I was like, oh man, I'm gonna be late for my 2 o'clock stream. I think you guys are more on top of this than I am. Okay, so this is gull numero uno. Actually, if they're that big, maybe 2 will be enough. Enjoy tomorrow. Your Thanksgiving was stressful but good. Well, if it's good in the end, it's worth it. Sorry. They want your cat to be a regular donor. Oh no. He got baby shrimp as a reward. Well, that's nice. Yeah, my my boss had a cat that like somehow got poisoned outside or something. I don't exactly understand the story, but um, she had to like go through like that whole like transfusion type thing. Um, hey Faye, good to see you. If South Scrimshaw had an energy drink collaboration, what flavor would it be? Well, doesn't like isn't the thing like sort of like joke names that sound gross? Like I don't know. I'd want a flavor that sounds disgusting, so people would buy it out of curiosity, and I would make more money that way. So like either like Low Country Broil, like Gamer Fuel, or like Old Bay Seasoning, Gamer Fuel. Like Shrimp Gamer Subs. You could do krill, like or how about like what, like nori? You could do seaweed flavor, because I like seaweed. It could be like sesame seaweed. I'd drink that. You're doing like radioactive psychic damage. Well, I think that's what the people are here for, so. It's not running the most educational stream. I was just saying I'm drawing 2 or 3 gulls, and then I'll probably do more mouse house stuff. But for the folks who were here last time, the next day I went and I finished the plankton. This is how they turned out. And I kind of like the sort of uneven mismatch of presentation. And then the prior frame that explains upwelling is the winds push the warm water out to sea, which drags up the cold water from the deep, bringing nutrients. So that's what that is about. Hey, Knights of the Round Bagel. Good to see you. That's another thing where it's like you can't, like, even though like they're not filter feeders, you can't talk about oceans and whales without talking about plankton. It just seems like gotta at least hit the basics, you know. Okay, so that's, he might even be a little bit too big. I'm trying to remember like the scale. This is like a finished background that I just want to sort of keep not public. Your watermarks do nothing to stop me. Seagulls are funny and you like them. I think seagulls are... they're okay, but they're also like kind of disgusting. They're kind of like I don't know, like pest animals where it's like they're fine until they're like digging through your trash and like pulling open garbage bags and shit. I mean, I feel it's like the most clever animals are able to be like, hey, these hairless apes won't attack me. I'm gonna go eat these big bags of goodies they lay out, you know. So I don't blame the gulls for it, but or you're just like at the beach and like one's trying to like eat your French fries. It's just like, man. I've thought about kicking a gull or two in my life, and you know. I do like their calls. Like the sound of gulls is like part of the ocean experience. You barely dodged a nuke from one. I have had a gull shit on me, but it was kind of just so funny that it happened. It was like, it's not like I was like going to work or something. I was just out on a walk. This gull shit hit me in the chest. See, I don't even, I don't begrudge them for pooping on me even. It's just the trash thing I can't abide by. It's hard to hate birds. Yeah, but it's like pigeons in New York, you know. It's like even if they're like cool animals, there's this like, I don't know, like density that becomes like gross. I want to draw this fellow well though. Not trying to accompany my pigeon drawing with pigeon hate rant or a seagull. Right, this is not a pigeon but a seagull. His head and his beak are incorrect. This is warm-up gull. Hey, Merrick. Good to see you. You had a pair of gulls hatch on the opposite roof of you. There were gulls who would rummage through chip shop around the corner and drop all sorts on your house. Yeah. Just gull things. See, so the head kind of comes up. This is the song that makes me think of the Mass Effect series. That was actually my favorite part of that, like, entire franchise, was, like, cruising around the different planets, and then, like, just reading a little paragraph about them. Like, actually better than the main story itself. PETA has triangulated my location on account of my pigeon hate. Well, I feel like they, their advocacy does the opposite of what they want every single time they do it, so they want to help me advertise my product, that's fine. Hang on, let's go. Like, right now I'm not aiming for any sort of realism, I just need, but I don't know, I can just tell when something's not feeling correct. I like the silhouettes, like this sketch silhouette, I still want to preserve most of its movement. It's like if I'm just drawing a contour, just thinking about without thinking enough about like the shape of the animal or like anatomy, it starts going sideways, which I think is what was happening. Favorite game in the series, Mass Effect 2 with the DLC. Yeah, actually, I love both 1 and 2. I like 1 a little bit more, but 2 is like, because they did that collector or like anniversary edition, so I replayed them, and I don't know, 2 like, I kind of like the shift towards action game because I didn't find like the RPG aspect super compelling, but I don't know. I'm a Mass Effect 3 hater, which is probably not a controversial take. PETA does not exist at all. It sounds good. It doesn't exist anywhere. You just bought the remaster. It's a good remaster. I know that some people take. There are like some stylistic changes they made that some people take effect to or take issue with, but I'm usually like siding like with complaints like that, but I think Mass Effect's changes. I like the art direction stays consistent, and I think there are just some assets you need to up-res going from like the 360 to like modern 4K TVs. Like they probably just had to remake assets in some cases, and like you can't really get around that unless it's not called a remaster. You're just like reselling it for like $10. But it's good. Mass Effect 1. It just really, really well. Hey Goose Hype. You just watched a document about water tribes in the Philippines. Maybe you can make a human-like thing. I'd have to look into that. I don't know much about like people in the Philippines. What was it like working in a prop department? I may have talked about this before, but so yeah, I was I've worked on a few TV shows and films in prop departments, which I'm gonna give the long answer just so I can ramble about something for a bit. A prop in a film is anything that is listed in the screenplay like an object that the actors or characters interact with. So if a guy is described sitting at his breakfast table reading a newspaper, the newspaper he's described holding is a prop, and if it's described like a shot or a close-up of what's on the newspaper, like you can read it, that's a hero prop. And then if there are like other newspapers on the table or whatever, that's a set decoration, which is a different department. But everyone's like kind of working together. But I would do graphic design. So in that case, I would be in Photoshop, like making stuff, like the image files that would be printed onto newsprint, that someone else would go to the printer. So it was my job was something like being a counterfeiter. Hey Nathan, how's it going? Industry cred. I mean, it's I guess there's always something way above you, but you know, I was lucky in the jobs that I had. Um, I don't. It's been a while since I've done any of that work. So also, like on my IMDb, like most of what's listed are things I did remotely, because I could do that graphic design work from anywhere. I would describe if you're in an art department on a film, um, sort of everyone is like working with everyone else. It's like cross discipline, everyone like helping each other because there's always so much to do. Whereas like working remotely, it was very like focused task. Um, you know, with little else besides my own job to worry about. It was actually good work, and I was able to like make South Scrimshaw Part One around a lot of those jobs, because I could do that stuff fairly quickly and still have like a lot of my day left. We know you worked in a prop department. We know that. Maybe I've talked about it too much. I don't know. Getting the sense that I'm drawing this guy too slow. I want him to have a little bit more energy than that. Oh, you gossip about me. Hey Ian, how's it going? Nice skull, thank you. He's coming along. I was saying today I gotta draw a couple gulls and then we'll probably do something more fun. You may have encouraged people in Discord to look at me and they're on the dying bro. You could look up the making of featurette on YouTube if you want to see a younger me. You probably answered this question countless times, but what do you suggest to draw better in general? Sometimes you just can't get it right. Actually, I feel like I don't give a lot of advice on stream for drawing. Drawing it better in general. Let me think. I guess the best thing I would recommend would be having like a strong habit where you do it every day to have fun, you know, or like I think that it would be like or just when I think about like because I've always been drawn, but for me there's kind of like a big distinction between stuff I'm drawing for like a serious project, or stuff that like I'm stressing on that has to like look good for other people to look at, and stuff that I'm just doing for myself for fun in a sketchbook, or just like get ideas onto the page. um, and I think that like if you can have some kind of like regular retreat where you just like draw for you and don't worry about it, I feel like um, you'll just gradually be building up like sort of like the muscle memory and like the hand-eye coordination, and like your kind of like pet imagery that all sort of like congeals into like a style that you decide on later. You know, like I always like drawing like dumb little animals, and before they ever look good, I just like, you know. I think also like the other thing I'd say is like when choosing what to draw, or like studying like photographs or other artists' work, um, there's some expression that like uh, learning to draw in part is like learning how to actually see what's in front of you versus like um, I don't know, like if you do a lot of studies and just like start like seeing the world in like detail, then like you'll get sort of like a more like complex idea of like what you want to be drawing, or like the little details you want to look for. Um, I don't know. So I guess that is my. I hope that's like a usable answer. Is to just, you know, do more of it for fun, and then like do studies of stuff that you like. It takes a long time to learn too. So sort of being in a state where like you're not exactly happy with what you're doing, but you're willing to do it anyway for the sake of doing it, I think is like a you gotta like carry momentum to get over that sensation. But yeah, anytime I feel like I'm drawing something that I feel like I can't get right, it's because I don't know my subject matter well enough. Like and if I'm drawing something like seagulls, like let's say I was doing like a chapter on seagulls, and there's like I feel like this noticeable improvement with the birds I'd be drawing, and like the ease I have with drawing them, like the more visual studies and like references and like images I've drawn of them. And even these gulls like today, like the more like these pictures I look at, the more my brain will have downloaded what a seagull is. Sometimes you gotta change your approach if something doesn't work. Like if a body part looks really strange on the page with foreshortening, you maybe got. That's true. It's like in reference to like specific drawings. Yeah, if you hit any sort of block, there is um, probably like some formal obstacle that you're hitting that you like can't figure out yet. That's sort of like the benefit of what like tutoring or schooling provides, as someone who can like help. Like the best thing an art teacher, you know, can do for you is to point out specifically like what's going wrong sooner. I hit that a lot, like when I'm trying to like draw some like animal or made up thing or something, and his wing is, I feel like, way longer. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that's close enough. Oh, but yeah, like when I feel like I'm just constantly screwing up on something, I'll like drastically start over or like change the composition. Also, like, the best thing to know, like, the more you do, like, you'll like make mistakes in the same way over and over, but once you know, like, to like anticipate for stuff like that, it's like devil you know type situation. It's like not even an issue. This music feeling a little too heroic for my mood. Go back to Splatoon music. Hey, Major Puck. Good to see you. It was a great experience working on Mineral, and I made a lot of friends from the production. That was like the first real role I had on a film, but the second film I worked on, and it's like or my second film credit, I guess. But I remember even the production designer was like, "Do not expect every film to be an experience like this." Like, he's just warning me, and like, you know, he's right. You know, planets only align every so often. But film is not my thing. Drawing is, so. I like how, like, you know, it's like you got that dip there, and it kind of... the way I've been doing these Scrimshaw panels is I've been doing like, I'll paint the background, which is probably like the most time intensive part, and then I'll like move on to like other backgrounds, and then later I'll do like the animal. And I've like done a bunch of these, but eventually it's like I'm gonna go back and like have to like color everything, and I have not begun that coloring process yet. And we're definitely not gonna worry about that today. We are only doing the line work here. Splatoon music fans worldwide. You have a lot of large things you want to work on. It's hard to stop at only one and start another. You got too excited. That's sort of like the everyone's advice is to do smaller projects you can finish are worth more. Which I can't even disagree with. My only thought is that if you aspire to do larger things, you do at some point have to start trying and failing at that. You know. Like your ability to do long-form fiction will not entirely come out of the smaller projects, so. But I don't know. Like, even what I'm working on, like, Jesus, like, part 2, like, I've, like, upped the visual complexity, and it's, like, I don't know, it's very, don't try to do something as complex as this to start, and maybe it's not even sane to do something this complex by yourself at all. At the end of the day, though, like, making, I don't know. You do want to always be making stuff, and sometimes you don't necessarily control what's most inspiring to you. It's like if your passion was to only do graphic novels, you know, like the advice to like be an artist wouldn't be like, oh, do single panel comics because they're faster and people on Twitter like them more. You know, your single panels may suck because it's not your thing. Or even if they don't suck, you'll just be outdone by someone who it is their thing. You know? Actually, if this is like advice stream, and I think I said it last time, my advice if you want art advice is to ask a lot of different artists the same question, because it's like very individualized, all the responses you'll get, and you want to like listen to the people who have careers that most resemble what you want to do, you know, versus like people who say what you most like to hear. Because like if you want to be like a concept artist at like Blizzard or something, like I really don't know what the fuck that entails, and I probably wouldn't even be like cut out for it, but like, you know, there are people like that on socials you can like pick the brain. So when I've been doing birds, I haven't been given like a tremendous amount of line detail in feathers. Oh my god, I'm drawing dogs. Winged dogs. Dogs in spirit. Uploading science shorts about whales. You love that they walked on land for some time. Yeah, the silly animals, like, in the middle of the evolution are some quality beasts. I forget who the author is, but I just finished this book. I think the title was something like Spying on Whales. But the writer was a paleontologist, and his interest in like studying whales is like the evolutionary history of like how they went back to the sea. It was a pretty seagulls or sky dogs. I like that sharks were once called sea dogs. I guess because of like their way they like jump and thrash around. Felt dog-like. If I had infinite time to make art, would I make Sal Scrimshaw spin-offs? No, I would actually do other projects after getting Sal Scrimshaw exactly where I want it to be. It'd be fun to have other science fiction worlds to tell. Or maybe not even sci-fi, it could be anything. I want this gull to have like a very like vacant, neutral expression. Like it knew it was gonna get chased off, so it's not like... It's like, whatever. Like, the way this gull's eye is, it's like... This is the type of detail that's much easier to do in paint. I'm trying to, like... See you later, Android Ball. Coldhead dies in the Steam Awards are going on. Nah, I don't think South Scrimshaw is eligible. That was last year. I'll see if I can win the Labor of Love award in the year like 2050 when it's done. Alright, see, that's way more fun this side. You just needed some, like, definition under his cheek. You know what I've seen in all the Steam Awards is that Balatro or something. It's like a poker game, which literally never heard of or saw until like I saw it was like nominated for everything. I feel like his head is like way too tiny. I totally messed that up. Alright, let's turn this off. Let's make this. Okay, so the head needs to be lower. Okay, hang on. Let me think about this. Like, I think the body is mostly fine. It's like that. So that is like trying to imagine like the shapes of poultry, you know. South Scrimshaw is the Fay Award. Nice. Balatro is the GOAT. Really fun game. It's like a deck builder. I'll check it out. I'm getting a phone call from our audiences. I'll be right back. Stream might be in 2 parts, where I resume after I have to pause it for maybe, and then there's always something. Oh yeah, Stefan, you were saying Balatro was good. I don't know, I may have to check it out. I've seen it compared to Slay the Spire, which is a immensely addictive game. His head's sticking out too long, but it's still an improvement. Might just be better to redraw it. So I know I've drawn this eye too large, but I think they might just look better that way. But the head, it's like the neck comes down like this. My favorite water temperature for consumption. Slightly colder than room temperature. I think water that is too cold is not that pleasant. You like chewing on your water. You only drink Red 40. Nice. Alright, so I'm gonna keep the exaggeratedly large eyeballs, because I kind of like the look of that. Backache. Ice cold year round. Stream inspiring you to stop procrastinating. Well, happy to help. I wish that, yeah, I had like a, I don't know. I totally get why people like work in studios with other artists in them. Get the beneficial motivation of being around other working people. All right. 10 out of 10 life experience. Waking up thirsty, your hydro flask is next to you. You drink delicious cold midnight water. Instantly refreshed. Yeah, I guess. I drink a lot of tea. I like hot beverages too. I don't hate water, man. Like, there are actually people who only can drink soda. Not. Also, for a long time I lived somewhere with, like, really funky tap water. Like, contaminated. Like, you could literally taste how bad it was. So you either need to flavor it with tea bags, or spend money, waste money on bottled water. Wait, my kidneys will be fun. Hopefully. Also, this guy is not going to be hot pink. I hate to disappoint. It will be normal seagull color. This is just my felt, so I can see. Pretty sick color scheme. Alright, there we go. Oh shit. My music. Tap water is your lifeline, that would kill you. Probably literally, if you keep drinking it. I live next to this industrial plant that got sued by the EPA after I left. And it's like, ooh. But apparently I'm part of some class action lawsuit. Be sweet if they gave me some money around, right around now. Alright. Mr. Seagull took too long, but that's alright. So these kind of very different looking species, but maybe that doesn't matter. Maybe I can just draw them a little more simply. Maybe some amount of overlap would be nice. Pretty big gulls. Like maybe this one's just in the foreground and this one's like further back, then the other subject of interest would be like here. Like put the shadows on the ground. Couple pairs of wings up there. Alright, I think that'll work. Hey Crow Wicked, how's it going? I'm drawing a couple seagulls today, and then unfortunately stream is going to end around 4, but I'll pick it up later in the evening to finish what I want to do today. Music's too loud. Let me know if that's better. how do I deal with overwhelming fans? An overwhelming amount of fans? I'll let you know when I have problems of a successful person like that. How am I doing today? I'm alright. I'm slightly miffed that I gotta be interrupted, but it is what it is. Yeah. This guy's got his little body there. I want to like capture this posture of like it's almost like a rowing motion, you know, because it's like they have the muscles attached to the keel bone in the front that they're pulling against. Like there to be like because if they're like taking off, I want it to feel like they're really flapping. This guy's seen things. He's got the like I was aiming more for like vacant bird stare. Like there's not much going on upstairs. He just knows he's gotta take off. Wow, that wingspan is so much wider than the body there. So the chest cuts in. Oh, I do know False Knees. Yeah. Those comics are always very cute. It's he's got a pretty interesting style too. Just like it's like a stylization that sort of like, you know, clearly has like a inspiration of realism to it. I don't know. It's like when like Calvin and Hobbes would like draw like realistic animals. This kind of feels like the the vibe he's channeling. Actually kind of really hard to... These wings are folded in like a really... complicated manner. Okay, that seems about right. I also like this guy's in the foreground, this guy's in the background. There's like a little bit of size difference going on there. My thoughts on Brussels sprouts. I love Brussels. That's what I made for Thanksgiving dinner to bring to the dinner. Whoa. Would I rather have a shrimp-sized whale or a pet as a whale-sized shrimp? You know how much havoc a whale-sized shrimp would wreak on the world? I feel like a whale-sized shrimp would eat me and everyone in the city. It'd be like a kaiju situation. Whereas a shrimp-sized whale would be fantastic. Shrimps are already amazing pets. So if one could be an extremely intelligent mammal, I would very much enjoy that. A shrimp-sized whale is fun until you gotta find what to feed the poor guy. I feel like shrimps are, they feed themselves. You know? Seeing those little guys work diligently around a fish tank. It would be nice if my shrimp-sized whale could be shrimp-colored. Oh wait, that goes down way too low. Hang on. Wait, does it? No. No, that's right. Oh, I'm sorry. Would I rather have a terrestrial whale as a pet or an aquatic cat? Think about this. Like a... Well, I guess a terrestrial whale would look like one of the things that whales used to be before they, like, went full ocean mode. And they were basically just, like, kind of big, like, gigantic dogs. I feel like one of the benefits of having a cat is how, like, easy they are to have and maintain and stuff. I feel like an aquatic cat, I don't think I could deal with an aquarium of that size. So I'm gonna go with the terrestrial whale. Final answer. Gigantic dogs. Yeah. Terrestrial whale would just be regressed Pakicetus or Ambulocetus. Yeah, exactly. It'd be one of those things. What you said. This is really confusing. I'm trying to figure out, like, this image is pretty low resolution, and that's... I'm, like, confusing the tail feathers with the wing. Unlimited resources to explore only one ocean. Which ocean would I choose? I might just say Pacific because it's the biggest. I don't know. Yeah, Moon Europa. That's the outside the box thinking. You get up there and there's like, it's like, yep, it's all dead. Now, I do like the Pacific, and then unlimited resources I'm taking quite seriously, and I'm going to build Rapture. Complete with like a little opening movie that you have to watch, where I explain to you the vibes I want in my personal aquarium city, and how I feel about the government and shit. Just to like set the tone. Is a man not entitled to the sweat of his brow? I didn't build this place or make the money. It's probably not in the spirit of the question. Treating this more like a genie wish. And I'm like... find a way to... the ocean of dreams. Yeah, infinite resources. Now there'll be like some curse because I was given the infinite resources to explore, and I used it for my own vain pursuits. I don't know, like the mythological god that granted me the infinite resources will turn me into like a sea slug or something. And I'll become a parable for how not to be stupid. Yeah. To be honest, on Earth there's only one ocean. Yeah, get him on a technicality. Earth Ocean. Alright, it's almost 4 o'clock. I'm gonna make sure that Alright, here's a question. Is it better if I have to pause the stream to end the stream and start a new one later so people get updates? Or is it better to just have an I'll be back thing for like an hour? Probably better to just end the stream. Aquarium City, where I can finally draw in peace. I think, what was the game? Soma is a much better depiction of what underwater buildings would feel like to be inside, which is claustrophobic and terrifying. I actually didn't find Soma, like the story, very scary. I'm like the only person who feels that way, I guess. Like, it was a cool game. Definitely had a better story than the Amnesia games. I don't know, like, I purposefully play games like that blind, and I felt like I saw, like, every twist coming. Like, kind of like foregone conclusion almost. Gaming hot takes. Less scary, more disturbing. Yeah, and yeah, I don't know. Even like the I don't know. Like a conversation with a machine that doesn't like that thinks it's like there's like the creepiest part was where you like talk to this like messed up computer on the ground that thinks it's a person and is like totally convinced that you're like just delusional when you're like, but you're not a person, you're just a busted machine. He's like, yeah buddy, whatever dude. Like, that was pretty good. I don't know. It's not a bad game by any means. Definitely, like, the setting was pretty awesome. Hey, Larry. Why am I abandoning you all? Because, it's I'm filling in at work in a couple days, and, there's some stuff we gotta go over for the day. For some reason, it was put off until the most inconvenient time possible for me. When I was like, this is actually kind of a terrible goddamn time for me. It's like, why would that matter? You know? Of course. You know? Alright. I'm just going along with it. Today we're doing seagulls, and yeah, I was saying, so I'm almost done with these guys. This is for the visual novel. These gulls are like taken off from the beach. Larry, I think you were here last time, but this is the finished art from the plankton. That's the way it's gonna look in the VN, and I kind of like this sort of asymmetrical presentation. And this is the science slide that comes before that shows how winds push out warm water to sea, which upwells cold, nutrient-rich water from below. But I did want to do more Mouse House stuff, because that's fun. But that might be tonight, because I might have to take off in a minute or two to go do some work-related crap. Apologize for that, guys. Frustrating also because a few more people are watching today than usual, and I do appreciate you guys stopping by, but hopefully YouTube still sends out an alert. You guys want to see my this is what I want to do later. So there are these memes where it's like the coloring book where you like draw in your answer. I've seen a bunch of these. So it's like there's this one like from, you know, where it's like usually that thing's not up there, but there's like a wall separating you from the princess and you have to like draw your way past. But then I found this one. Finish Vegeta. So I do want to draw Vegeta's body. But that, I don't have time right now, but we'll either do that when I get back or we'll do that another time. But I need to find more of these memes. I need to like ask Twitter, is like, do you have more stuff like this? Also, if we are doing mice, I have no idea what the mice will be living inside. I put no thought into it. So I already did like a radio and a power line, so I'm thinking it won't be something electronic, because I kind of have enough of that. The mice can live in anything. Oh, I did. It was like I did like draw this like clock type looking thing, like a fancy like monument with a clock on it. I don't know like where that would be for the mice. Some kind of like town square. Could do some type of like kitchen appliance, but I don't know if that's best either. I don't know. Imagine like a 1970s era house level of like technology inside. You could just do something like dresser drawers. That might be funny, because then that'd be like a skyscraper. Like, it would be like a massive, like, mouse works to put in, like, fake backing to all the drawers. So that then they could, like, have this, like, tiered... They'd also need, I guess, like, rope ladders. Because I guess the the floors of their building would get pulled in and out. Like they would have to be able to like separate. Ogie rat. Ogie rat. I can also show off the mouses in their houses for anyone who missed it last time. Pulley contraption. I feel like any sort of rope system it's quite an engineering problem. Or maybe it's like what would be the solution? Would be like, this is the back of the dresser, these are the drawers. Then like the steps up would just be like wooden pegs. Cause then, you know, it's like they're like completely unconnected. Like one can just pull. Whereas like if you had any type of like rope that would like, you would need like so much slack to like unreel with it. I don't think that'd be. There'd be too many mouse injuries. You know what? I'm keeping that guy simple. So he doesn't need to be complicated. He's getting a dot for an eye. I think that would work best. Oh wait, I'm not done. I like that, yeah. Fire extinguisher. Mouse skin resort. Ski resort. Yeah, I could see that. It would be so bad for when the people need their fire extinguisher. I was living in a house with kind of a crappy gas stove, so just to be safe I got a fire extinguisher off Amazon. Like they're not expensive, and it's like, you know, it's like, why have I never bought one of these? But then I was reading, it's like a lot of times they sell those and they're like not pressurized correctly, or like you'll go to use it and like nothing will come out, and it's almost like if you don't get it refilled yourself, you may be in for a really bad surprise when you go to use it. I don't know. Might have been like an alarmist thing I was reading, but at the same time it was like, I could totally see these pressurized canisters not having pressure. The amount of work I put into designing mouse apartments is more you put in your medical degree. I doubt that's true. Also, congrats again on the medical degree. Still no word. The most annoying possible result is I think not actually needed. Okay, and then I was gonna do one third gull, but just it'll be just like a the wings flap down there, like totally out of frame almost. I like weird stuff that's almost entirely out of frame. You had to light the oven yourself. We ours had a pilot light, so it had that going for it at least. It was just like smelled like gas, which is not supposed to smell natural gas. That's why they make it so stinky. Every feeling that is supposed to be negative is something people enjoy. Spicy food, scary movies, sad movies, dark humor. I think it's like, for scary stuff, it's kind of understandable. Like, people want the experience in like a safe environment. I think a lot of fiction is the same, where it's like vicariously having some experience in like a controlled, safe way. I'll see you later, Cece. I appreciate you stopping by. Seagull flapping wings. Music immediately dies when I try to Google something. My computer's been in pretty dire shape. Oh, man. Alright, this isn't gonna work. I'm just gonna search my phone. Actually, wait, I thought I had a... One of my reference photos was like Edward Muybridge, I thought. Edward Muybridge was the, I guess, what year would he been? Like late 1800s? He was a photographer that would set up a bunch of like still cameras and run a really fine line, like thread across a track, so that when the thread snapped, the shutter would go off, and then he would like run a horse through all the strings, and then he was the guy who photographed like horses in motion and made like those early Zoetrope films, like horses running. But if you ever need like to study animal locomotion, they're still like the best images to go to. Okay, guys, so I'm getting called out on work. I'll see you all. I'll be back if you want to see more Nate Marsh makes art. Probably around like 5:30. Be at least an hour probably. But I'm going to do probably finish these birds and then Mouse House later. So if you want to stop by, you're welcome to. And if not, I really appreciate everyone showing up here today. There's like a few more people than average here, so apologize to jump out. But thanks again for showing up, and I hope I see you guys later. So take it easy, everyone.